Welcome to the heart of Sooner Nation, Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. And if you aren't familiar with the saying, Boomer Sooner, you will be soon enough. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see, the number 23 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Canes will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Line gets set, first down. They'll go to the ground. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season?
The expressway is wide open. Running inside the 20. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Got his man on the right. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Reeled it in and just made the house call. The Sooner Schooner doesn't have a tight turning radius, but it can rev up the Oklahoma crowd, David.
Man, get them started, get them going early, test the limits, get in the end zone, get these people going bananas just safely. You know, go bananas, go crazy, but, you know, don't do too much and don't fall over in your seats.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He's got his man. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
The give to the back. Still on his feet at the 45. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Just moving those chains the way Frank Gore did back in the day.
Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Edgerrin James, so many elite backs in Miami history. Finding that guy that you can give the ball to that's reliable, important part of the Canes tradition.
Wonder if they'll throw it again after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 49. They'll give it to the back. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last one.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he can do some damage, but they did a nice job containing him. Once he left the pocket, they were ready for it, came to him, he tried to throw the football. Nice hit on the quarterback as he's throwing to force a bad pass.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. But a little time, lets it go. The incomplete pass, 4th down, fails, and they'll turn it over.
And the offense stays aggressive, and they try to throw the football, and just we're on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Kept it, and he's past the marker. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Cooks. Firing to the right, complete. Spins away with great balance. Oh, my, circle. Spinderella. Put him in the spin cycle and picked up the 1st down. The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He's in a world of trouble, and down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play.
And this dude knows how to get after quarterbacks. Last week he had 3 sacks. He gets his 1st today. I'll tell you what, you better know where he is before the ball snapped every single play.
Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, that's just an amazing individual effort, trying to get back as much yardage as possible to set up a 3rd and manageable situation, right? Nice job in the open field, understanding the situation. You obviously cannot take a sack at this juncture on the drive, so do what you can do to put your offense in a good position here on 3rd down.
And the senior would love to have that one back, just a little too much on the pass. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll kick for the 3 from 36 yards out in the right hash. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And now the lead is extended a little further. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put the boot to leather. Fair catch called for and made. Here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. I think the one thing you can say here, Jesse, is that both defenses have done a pretty good job mitigating damages.
Yeah, and on that last drive, not getting it on 4th basically only cost you 3 points. That's the good news. Let's just turn the page, David, and move on.
So I think you can still be aggressive. You can still go for it on 4th down. Now you know you can trust your defense.
Leaves it with the running back. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the 1st down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that 1st down on that run play.
Wants to throw on 1st down. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Negative play on 1st down. That's what a defense always wants. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. They've already failed to convert on fourth down once in the first quarter. Doesn't stop them from trying it here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the wideout. And that pass picked off. Bringing it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
Brings up second down.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. A strike downfield. Touchdown Sooners! And once he got loose, it was all over. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A quick strike, just as we expected.
And quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. He's got it on the right. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter.
Oklahoma 17, Miami 0.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game. We're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on 4th down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense napping.
Second down.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Cooks. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense, seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point in the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Now on second down and short. Going to the running game. The Hurricanes get it past the sticks.
Well, they picked up that first running the football. That's good news for an offensive line that really has been getting pushed around and bullied in this game so far. Let's see what happens moving forward.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Quick completion to the right. At the 45, on his way. Smashes through the tackle. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Man, these windows get tighter down here in the red zone, and those catches are a little bit more contested, more people near you, and it gets a little bit more difficult. But you need your players to step up for your QB and make big plays. I think he's going to look back and say, I should have made that play.
He's looking for a man on second down. Dumps it off in the flats. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Fights his way for a couple, but stops short of the marker. It's 4th and 1. And the Canes come to the line in the hurry-up. Running for it on 4th down. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Canes! Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Number 12, set to kick it off.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute there.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Cooks. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And this looks disastrous. Oh, down he goes. A huge loss on that play.
Wow, the Miami linebacker shows you his speed on that play. And linebacker in speed, synonymous when you're thinking about Miami Hurricane defense. Think about Ray Lewis, Jonathan Vilma, Dan Morgan, DJ Williams. Guys that can go sideline to sideline and guys that can rush the passer. Not easy to block.
Just going to keep it after the snap. Running toward the tape. Quarterback gets enough. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Sooner.
Yeah, If I'm a DC, I'm throwing my clipboard. I'm throwing my hands up in the air. What do you want me to do? I mean, this is unbelievable. Having a guy this dynamic at the quarterback spot that can take it 50+ and make it look that easy. You stop it.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. He'll take the deep shot. And it's picked off. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that off.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Trying to get to him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB. Finally getting some pressure. Finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own in great field position.
There are analytics out there in college football that say maybe you can go for that at that point of the field here in the first half. It's still early. If you don't get it, you can come back later in the game, make it up, score some more points.
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Hurricane!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
And he tacks on the extra point. They are way down, and they'll try to cut into it by getting this onside kick. They got it, able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Still looking on the move. And he was winding his way all over the backfield, staying alive, and finally he goes down.
Well, this offensive coordinator has to be scratching his head because he's trying to keep his quarterback protected. He's trying different things, sliding the offensive line, keeping tight ends and running backs in, chipping, going empty, and getting the ball out quickly, but it's not working. They're just losing the one-on-one battles up front, and in the second half looking forward, I don't know if they're going to be able to fix it.
On third down, going up top. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off his spot, he gets outside the pocket, and a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick as he's throwing the football.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Finds his man, and they convert. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Miami!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
And the extra point is good, but they still trail 31-21. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Fair catch, called for and made. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. He chucks one out to the right. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
I know you want to keep the ball away from the other offense, but going for it inside your own 40? On fourth down, looking for the completion. He'll take another shot here. And the throw downfield winds up incomplete, and there's a good reason for that. This guy was being mugged by the defender. The defense in a most benevolent move, giving the offense a new set of downs. He'll keep it himself. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. On the move at the 30.
And you want to put a winning streak together like this team has? Run the football and create explosive plays. Nice job by the offense, showing the speed. How about the blocking up front? Everybody blocking, getting a hat on a hat, creating the...
Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! That touchdown touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, enough.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Just enough time for one final play of the half. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he hauls it in at the 30. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Canes. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And what a great way to end the first half. It wasn't a perfect first half. A lot of mistakes, still trailing by a lot. But here's the deal. Now you put yourself in a position, go make some things happen. Force some turnovers, play good in the second half. Who knows what will happen?
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Sooners will kick it off to start the second half. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this 3rd quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half. So now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
The give to the tailback. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
You know, you start day 1 of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. Not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need it.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. And the Canes want to pick up the tempo. They'll try to run for it. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
Yeah, and a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They'll run it from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Goodness gracious, that is the way you blow up a play. Quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Hair on fire, caused a wreck. That had to be a blown assignment. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Grabs it in the middle. Crosses the 30. He's got to lay it. Oh, look out. Touchdown, Hurricanes. A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Louisville is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Lamar Jackson should never be counted out of any game. They're trailing by just 4 to Missouri. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Running back goes in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver. Hit the afterburners, kid. He's inside the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Sooners. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march down the field, and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops following and get you the football game.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play, they'll go back to the air. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
I think the quarterback's got to do a better job with his eyes, guys. He's already been picked off twice in this game, and that one got swatted away. He's telegraphing where he's throwing the football, and it's making life really hard on him.
They come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. They want to throw it. Quickly out to the tight end. The offense with a major gamble here, going for it inside their own 40. They're throwing for it on 4th down. The completion well past the sticks. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. That took nerves of steel to convert that 4th down on the road.
Oh, man, the crowd going nuts. A big-time opportunity in the third quarter to create some momentum. Help them go crazy. Help them go nuts. But the offense does their job, quiets the crowd, gets the big 4th down conversion.
And he makes the grab, but the officials immediately signal that he's out of bounds.
Yeah, I tell you what, a lot of times you roll your quarterback to the right or to the left, and in this case, the right. And you're trying to get him outside the pocket to buy him a little bit of time, get him off that spot, take some deep shots, and he missed. But
and it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. And the Hurricanes will snap it on 1st and 10. They think there's room to run to the right here.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Defense might bring the house here. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these first downs any way you can. And sometimes it's not going to be easy, and you can't just do it conventionally handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football is a game of inches, and you just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage. That creative play call right there really helped them out.
Now down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the run. Touchdown, Miami! And here they come, almost all the way back.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer. So a drive that started just beyond midfield, only 49 yards. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Leaves it with the back. Finds some fresh air. And he's running in the open. And he glides into the end zone easily, but this one might be coming back. The penalty wipes out the big play and the touchdown. That is just a punch in the gut for any offense. Give to the back. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Now, 4th down.
This could be a major turning point in this game, going for it inside their own 40. On 4th down, going to the air. Throws to the wideout. Got it past the marker. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. The Sooners are rolling down the field. Give to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Brings up 2nd down. the third quarter of play. With the score, Oklahoma 45, Miami 43.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He'll do it himself. Got room at the 35. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
And this offense has got it all already, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. Defense is going to need to do something different to try to mix up this rhythm.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, the offense was trying to go draw, make it look like pass, but I'll tell you, the linebackers weren't fooled. They came down hard quickly, got into the backfield, and got the tackle for loss.
The offense coughs it up. Bounced right back to them.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
Man, we needed that so bad. We needed the football, had to get a stop, forcing a turnover. Best case scenario, offense back on the field, trailing in the fourth quarter. Time to go win.
They'll run the RPO and throw it right. At the 35, he's open. Afterburners coming. The 20, the 10. Touchdown, Canes. They move on top here in the fourth.
Yeah, and a nice job in the fourth quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Liberty put one in the win column in convincing fashion. The Flames had zero issue moving the ball, and that defense held strong in key moments. Talk about a complete performance. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. 2nd down coming up. To the air, it's Cooks. Throws for the tight end. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Complete downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
He'll pull it down and run. Still running at the 40. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
These quarterbacks are nightmares to play. Pretty good coverage on the outside. Man-to-man, nobody looking at the quarterback. He takes off. He doesn't look like a quarterback. Looks like a running back. Chews up yards, gets way down the field, and makes a big play for this offense.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
hard running there. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, Oklahoma! They've got the lead here in the fourth. And another passing touchdown for this Sooner quarterback. He keeps this up, and he might wind up in that 100-touchdown club with Baker Mayfield and Landry Jones.
So many good guys that have had good days, but how about this day? I mean, fitting the ball all over the yard, just padding the stats, and you start mentioning guys like Jones, and you start mentioning guys like Baker Mayfield, that's Sooner pristine legacy there.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Quick strike complete. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds. Well, after not getting a thing done on first down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. They'll try the run. Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Running back searching for a hole. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Using the quick game. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
The Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking for space. It's Clay. At midfield, he's got room. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. The Hurricanes have their offense in high gear. They're going to go right back to him on first down.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll leave it with him. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap kick. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. He's looking to throw it. Finds his target down the middle. And he breaks into the open. Touchdown, Hurricanes! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
And they're able to score on a drive where they had to have it this late in the game, and they look to their playmaker on the outside to win that one-on-one matchup.
Big-time moments. Who do you trust as a quarterback? You could tell this was a big moment. He threw it to his big play wide receiver. He knew he would come down to it, and now the big play in the fourth quarter for the touchdown.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced this situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots. Throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
Able to run it out to the 28 on the last one. It's 2nd and 7. Using his legs, it's Wells. At the 40, there he goes. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Quarterback keeps it. Makes a pass to Marker. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the fourth quarter.
Oh, what an exciting finish this is going to be. The offense has it one more time. One last drive, and time is winding down. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's the fourth quarter, and you got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked off.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. Back to throw, it's Cooks. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play.
Well, here we are late in the game. area, they are still covering. They forced the QB to hold on to it, and then he bailed out trying to buy himself more time. And because he couldn't get rid of the football so quickly early, that allowed the pass rush to get to him.
They're bringing heat. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. The defense will use a timeout, and the clock is stopped with 24 seconds left. They are running out of time and very little choice. Down 5 late. They'll go for it on 4th down. Quarterback checking off. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. They get to him as he throws. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
Nice job by this defense in a clutch moment. You knew they were going to throw the football. 4th down, great coverage, break on the football, force the incompletion, and more importantly, you get the ball back to your offense with a chance to just run this clock and get out of here with a win.
He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. And a chance perhaps to salt this game away if this offense can pay this off with a late touchdown. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. And he gets it into the end zone for a touchdown, a gut punch to this defense, and probably a knockout punch.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
Looking to throw. He's got the 2-point conversion, and they build on that lead. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee, and they'll bring it to the 25. After this, it'll be a wrap. Wants to throw. It's Cooks. He's going up top here late in the game. And that pass intercepted. Takes it the other way. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Looking to go up top on 1st down. They're trying to get to him. Trying to escape and get it himself. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are